am Xavia Fox, and I am here introducing a new web series for you guys. I know you're going to enjoy it because we are going to talk about dating across the country. So as you know, I travel quite a bit and I wind up in places and I'm always talking to people. You know, if you actually know me, you know I talk a lot. If you don't know me, you probably know I talk a lot because I've been doing shows forever. So this web series is called Where in the World is Xavia Fox? And as I go across the country, I'm going to interview people on dating in their area. Today, I am talking to some folks in the DMV about dating in the DMV. Now, I know we've all heard about dating in the DMV. You know, you may know some guys from the DMV. And, you know, I've heard some things about women in the DMV as well. But one of the things that I wanted to kind of bust this myth or fallacy is about this 15 to 1. Sorry, fellas, it is not 15 to 1. Please go to your local census, www.gov, okay? Anyway, today I'm here with two of my single friends in the DMV, and I'm going to get their input on what's really going on here, okay? So we're going to start with our male participant today.
Hello, my name is Earl Wyatt. I host a radio show called Spikefish Radio, where we like talking about social dynamics. We like talking about politics.
Oh, yeah, I did your show once.
Yes, you did. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. But dating is pretty much what everybody wants to talk about on some level. And so we talk about that in the show. I've talked about it with Xavia off the record before, so it's kind of interesting to see what happens when we get a chance to talk on the record.
So what I want to know, Earl, okay, first, he did a really great prelude, but I'll tell them, okay, you said who you are, where you're from. Yeah. Are you single?
I am single.
Okay. Children?
As in not married, yeah. No.
As in not married, so you have a woman tucked somewhere?
Maybe.
Oh.
Not tucked away.
We're not going to get him on camera. He's not going to get him on camera.
This
is a man from the DMV. This is why we're having this conversation.
Typical man comment from the DMV.
So, yes, I'm currently not married. I have 0 children. And I'm in my late 30s.
Okay. So what's been your experience? I've heard about this 15 to 1 ratio. What is your experience as a single man in DMV?
First things first. People in DC have a tendency to exaggerate, so everybody will say it's 15 to 1. But let's be honest. As long as it's over 2 or 3 to 1, it's still Candyland. I mean, I don't know if it's ever going to be a bad situation.
Well, you do know that the census says it's like 1.2.
Really?
Yeah, it's really not even 2 to 1.
I'm taking a few other guys' shares with me. So No, I mean, again, it's just an exaggeration. But at the end of the day, no, I think in this area, the difference isn't the number of women to men. It's the number of women who will take any man versus the number of men who aren't as particular, who are far more particular in that situation.
Okay, that's
Does that make
interesting.
sense?
That's interesting.
We'll get to that later.
Wait, hold on.
But what I mean by that is that, and we're going to probably have a longer conversation, but recently we've all been part of a discussion where I said that women are more likely to look for a mate, and men aren't looking for one.
Right.
But we're excited when we find one, and we're all about them.
Right.
But if you're going to meet a guy who's single, very rarely is that guy going, you know what, I need to find me a good woman. He's like, I'll talk to the women I find myself attracted to, and if she turns out to be good,
right,
I'm a high five my friends.
And women don't really do it that way. So tell me this. Yeah. All right.
I'm listening.
Okay. What I want to know is what is your, because I've heard a lot about male and female in the DMV,
right.
and you know, I've heard those.
First off, you can't use the word female in DC. The women will go off.
I've heard the women in DC are a handful. So what is your impression of the women? What is your experience? What's your impression of the women in the DMV?
Okay. I'm going to try not to give too short an answer, but make sure we get to a point. In DC, we don't really build anything. We don't manufacture anything. So as a result, everybody in this city is really talented at moving something from their inbox to their outbox, which means the women you're going to find here are going to be smarter per square mile than a lot of other places in the country. Women are they're going to feel like they have to add strategy to everything they do, whether it's getting their lawn watered, to figure out what's the best time to hit the DMV. Women here are women and men, nobody here just does the thing. Everybody has to do the thing with a strategy, with an angle, with a game plan, trying to get everything done. So, when it comes to dating. If a guy says, hey, I'm just hanging out with my boys, a woman here isn't going to accept that as an answer unless she's vetted that idea. It's an exaggeration, but it's also like a for instance, it's hypothetical.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, you were.
Excuse my faces.
No, but the point about it is that here, the answer is never the answer for most people. There's always got to be a couple layers of thought. And I've found that if you're a man who's not intimidated by that, it's a great area to meet women. If you're a guy who just wants to live a simple life, meet a girl, go home, and hang out with your mom, this probably ain't your town.
So what I'm hearing him say is that the women here are full of game. You know, I got a little Chicago in me, so we just want to break this down.
Basically.
Somebody told me I need to start getting a little of that in there, so I thought I'd get it in there then. Now, I'm going to bring a woman from the DMV in on this. So so you're full of game, huh?
Yeah, Earl said it, not me.
Let's introduce you first. So tell everybody who you are.
Hi, I'm Nicole Williams, and I've lived in the DMV most of my adult life. And I am single and childless as well. And my take on the whole man-woman thing is similar to Earl's in that a lot of people here are doing very well. And it's not just the women. If you go to other parts of the country, you kind of always hear about women doing well. But the men are actually doing very well here as well. So everyone has their government job. Everyone has their clearance. So in essence, you have all of these really good catches running around, not trying to get caught. So I think that is kind of what is interesting about our dynamic here. Because everyone is such a good catch, they don't necessarily want to get caught.
Okay,
That's a great way.
that actually is a good way to put it. So that kind of sums up what you think of the men as well. So they are good catches. So this 15 to 1 thing, are you experiencing the 15 women to 1 man? Is there a shortage? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do feel like when I go out there, like you said, there are always a lot of men there. However, to me, it appears as though there's still more women than men. So the ratio is probably not 15 to 1, but instead of it being 1.2, maybe it's 2.5 to 1 to me. However, like I said, on paper, the guys are great. I mean, I've never had a problem meeting a man that's a professional. I've never had a problem meeting a man that didn't have a car or a house. A lot of the men here, yeah, I mean, all of the men here own property. A lot of the ones that I meet, they own property. They have
like we need to
profession.
give some of those to the Midwest because
No, so that's the norm.
Do they wear tennis shoes?
That's the norm. Not all the time, no. They're wearing, no, so yes, that's the difference.
You know,
they're suited and booted.
Shoe thing.
Yeah, they're suited and booted here. So the men are well put together on paper, again, and I think they know that. And so for them, it's almost like they don't have to settle down at a particular time period, as women sometimes.
So if you could change something about the men here in the DMV, what is it that you would change?
The only thing I would change is just humility. Obviously, I want a man that is well put together and has his self together. However, there still needs to be some room to be humble. I have countless guy friends, and their favorite lines to me is, Nicole, I'm a good catch. I'm a good catch. And these are men telling me that. And I'm just like, okay, so where's room for a woman if you're such the good catch, So yes, all I would add is, all I need the brothers here to have is a little bit more humility.
And so
you keep looking at me.
Oh, sorry.
For you, Earl, what is one thing that you would change about the women? What would make the women more inviting or make a man want to settle down more with a woman from the DMV? Because you already said they were full of game.
Yeah, but I didn't complain about that necessarily.
No, you didn't necessarily complain about it, but it's apparently there's enough to it that it made the show.
Honestly, I don't have a complaint or something I want to change. I don't. And one of the reasons why is because at the end of the day, you can make yourself more attractive to the point of dating, but you can't make yourself more attractive to anybody for the purpose of marriage beyond that. Like,
that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, that has to be something someone sees specifically. They have to see specifically in each other to make that happen. And I think with a lot of women who are looking to get married, I personally believe that's the wrong approach to doing anything.
It is.
Like if it's a 1 in 1 million shot, it's supposed to be a 1 in 1 million shot. I don't want to have a sign out there that says, hey, you know what? Tell Earl you like his shoes. Tell him you like that tie. tell him what time you get off work, and that's all you need to do, and now Earl's on your train. Like, I don't want to be that dude who could easily be that sold. So I don't think a woman should want that either. I think
I agree.
you should, you know, definitely don't do things that make it complicated.
Okay.
But, you know.
So do you mind if I dig just a tad bit deeper? Because you know,
if I said no, you'd still do
you
it.
and I talk, we talk all the time
We do.
anyway.
We do.